New season coming around quick. Just is it still just as exciting as it is every other year?
It is, yeah. I think especially after the last couple of seasons, I feel like we've got a point to prove this year. So boys are all raring to go.
Is that a strong feeling in the camp to put right maybe the wrongs of the last couple of years?
It is, yeah. I feel like we're a county that should be competing in Division 1 for that county championship. Like I said, the boys are all raring to go, and hopefully we get that promotion at the end of the season.
I know in your career you've experienced both the highs of sort of promotion and the lows of getting relegated. So, how much are you sort of using that past experience and sort of speaking about what it does mean to this club?
Yeah, it's important not to dwell on it too much. You just got to keep looking ahead and finding ways to improve, because like the last couple of seasons we haven't been good enough. For a number of reasons, but we've bolstered the squad this year. Guys seem really hungry, so it's especially younger guys feel like we're pulling the older ones through, so it's nice to see.
Yeah, you have got a good blend, obviously, yourself and then Jimmy at the other end, and then obviously the young lads. Is it a good blend of obviously youth and experience in that moment?
It is, yeah. I love the way the younger lads sort of go about the business, and it's really exciting to see. And it also makes you switch on as an older player. That's good. One thing I've learned is that, like I said, there's no point trying to dwell on stuff. It's about learning from those mistakes that you've made. And as a youngster, I used to get so frustrated after one day in the field. I didn't bowl that great. So it's just about sort of recognising that in the younger guys and making sure that they've still got a part to play in the game, even though you might have a bad day once in a while.
Does that have a knock-on effect if you do dwell on it in the wrong way, where you're sort of thinking, replaying things in your mind and instead of just moving on?
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I've been there myself and didn't enjoy it one bit, and it's almost the moment you let go of that. And I think having the experience of older guys that I've dealt with in the past, they've helped me. So it's me recognising that I can help the younger guys now. But yeah, 100%. It doesn't benefit you one bit to dwell on stuff like that.
Obviously, Stephen Croft, someone you'll know very well. Obviously, you got the interim job last year. Now he's permanent. So how much are you enjoying working under him in sort of a different capacity?
Yeah, brilliant. I've known Crofty a long time. We're good friends. I feel like him and Jimmy work really well together. They complement each other really well. And they're pretty laid back. They'll let you know if you put a foot out of line, but other than that, they just expect you to go about your business, and they're willing to give you all the help you need to achieve that. So it's been really enjoyable.
Is it a weird dynamic going from obviously your mate, former a teammate, and now obviously he's the coach? Or has the relationship stayed the same?
Yeah, we know each other well enough to for that to happen. Obviously, a few things have changed, but we've both been around long enough to know what you can and can't do. So it's I'd say it's a good balance of work, non-work relationships. So it's good.
I know obviously he's probably laid out a coaching pathway for himself, over a long period, and he's been excelled to sort of this role because of circumstances last year. But did you always see a coach in him?
Yeah, I know he's been doing his badges for a few years now. He started working with the academy a couple of years ago. He probably didn't see him being head coach so soon. But he did a brilliant job second half of last season. So I'm sure most of the lads would agree that it only felt right for him to take the job.
And did he rise to that challenge, and did everyone almost instantly respond to obviously what he was saying and who he is?
Yeah, what he's achieved in the game as a player. He's used those experiences to help him with coaching stuff. Obviously you're never going to get it right all the time, but I feel like the group that we've created in the last sort of 10 months is that we're all in it together. So even if one of us does make a mistake, that there'll be other guys there to help sort of pick up the pieces and make it better.
Just on yourself, correct me if I'm wrong, is your contract up end of
this year? Yeah.
Have you sort of thought beyond that, obviously, what you want to do?
Not really. Obviously it's in the back of my mind, but I think it's the first time I've been in my last year since pretty much started playing, and I found it quite exciting. Normally I've been really worried about security and stuff like that, and it's just nice just focusing on this year and this year alone, and then I'm just take it from there really. So the aim is to get Lancs promoted, and then hopefully that comes with good personal performances, and we'll see, but I'm just looking forward to this season.
Yeah, is it good motivation? Instead of being on backing and dwelling on that, is it just good to motivate yourself with it?
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't thought about it too much. I think my number one priority for me and most of the lads is just to get us back into Division 1. And like I said, if we can do that, and then I'll think about the rest later on.
Obviously, sport has changed with modern science. You look at Jimmy, how long he's been playing for. Does that sort of just make you think, well, I've got plenty left in the tank to give? There's not a sort of limit on age anymore like there used to be.
No, and credit to our science and medicine team. Like they've been brilliant, and sports medical staff too. They've really sort of kept me. I feel like I'm in the best shape that I've been in since I started playing. Obviously that doesn't account for everything, but it definitely helps when you get to my age. And now it's just about getting on the field and putting in hopefully match-winning performances for Lancs.
And just finally, is there a hunger in that squad just to sort of, like I say, put things right over the last few years and deliver success that you've enjoyed in the past?
Yeah, I mean, the extra signings that we've made, Coggers and Singdale, they've really made it competitive for especially fast bowling spots in the first team. And we've got younger guys, younger batters now coming through the ranks who, having watched them over the winter, are clearly going to put some pressure on the senior guys for spots in the first team. So, it's healthy competition. It's something we've lacked in the last couple of seasons, and you can kind of sometimes switch off just thinking, knowing that you're going to be constantly playing in the first team. Whereas, I mean, definitely at the start of this year, it's not the case at all. Guys are going to be, hungry to play first team cricket, and we've got a squad of over 25 players who are all hungry to play first team cricket, and everyone can play first team cricket. So it's it's going to be a challenge for Crofty picking 11 players out of that many people. But like I said, for the club, it's a good place to be in.